G'day folks, Wren here, and today we're going to do a KU vlog. Kindle Unlimited. It's a service that Amazon provides. You get to kind of like borrow a bunch of ebooks from Amazon. And I recently bought a Kindle and I have like several hundred ebooks on my Kindle, but I wanted to check out what Kindle Unlimited had to offer. So I got Kindle Unlimited and now we're going to see what all the fuss is about. I have a few Kindle books that I really wanted to read and some of them were available on Kindle Unlimited, which is great. A couple of these will be series continuations for me. I have Blood of the Orc Prince, which is the sequel to Claimed by the Orc Prince. So I'd like to get to that just because then I can, continue a series, hopefully complete it. That would be nice. I have the second in the Camilla Devereaux series. I read the first one and it was really good. Like it was good, smut, and there was good polyamorous rep, kind of. There's also A Very Henry Christmas, which is the kind of sequel, but not really a sequel. It's just like a novella, an epilogue novella, if you will. A little novella to The Weight of It All. And again, that would just complete a series, and it's just this short little extra scene between these two characters. So I want to get to that as well. And then one of the books on Kindle that I have wanted to read for ages, and it's available on Kindle Unlimited, so I'm going to read it. It's called The Witch's Wolves, and apparently it's like just like soft, sweet werewolf. Somehow it's queer, but apparently it's good. I'm really keen to read it, and I'll hopefully get to that this week as well. If I have time, because I only want to read Kindle Unlimited books for a week, because I have a lot of other things planned this month. But if I could also get to The Cavern, that would be cool, because I've wanted to read that for ages and it's like a horror. So that would be awesome. Come with me as I read a bunch of smutty stuff. And no shame, read smut. It's fun. I think I'm just going to start with A Very Henry Christmas. I know it's June. It's not Christmas time. But that way I'll complete a series. Okay, so I just finished A Very Henry Christmas by N.R. Walker. And I know this is just a novella, like an epilogue novella in a way. And it was really just Henry and Reed hosting Christmas. That was kind of it. It was just a Christmas dinner, or a Christmas Eve dinner. And it was cute, and Reed and Henry were very sweet. There was just something about it that was missing. And it's been a while since I read The Weight of It All. So maybe I had just forgotten what Henry's humor was like, but it was a bit much. Alright, my face isn't in this anymore. Sorry about the move. But yeah, I had forgotten what Henry's humor was like, so it was a little cringe at some points, and there were a few sex scenes in this, and they weren't great. They were simultaneously cringily written and skipping a bunch of stuff. It was an odd combination. I'm glad I read it, because now this is officially a series I could class as finished. I finished The Witch's Wolves. It was good. I think I had overhyped it a little bit because I had heard such amazing things about it when it first came out, and I have been really psyched to read it ever since. I don't know, maybe I was just expecting a little too much. It was good. It was very sweet, very, very sweet. And I really appreciated that it was, because it's polyamorous. So we have two men in a previous relationship and a woman who joins. And I really appreciated that it was a really equal relationship between the three of them. Whereas sometimes when I have read a polyamorous relationship where it's two men and a woman, it's always the two men focusing on the woman, and it doesn't feel equally balanced. Whereas this one, it did. Like, the two men were very clearly in love with each other, and then, you know, they fell for the woman, and it was all very... like, it was all just equal, you know, they all loved each other equally, which is, you know, as it should be in a relationship. I was interested in how these two men were wolf men. It was intriguing, to say the least. I do just think it was like a little insta-love-y kind of. I mean, they didn't say love until like the epilogue. But, I don't know, am I too ace for stories like this? You know, so they were getting, like, they were having sex within a day of meeting the woman. Like, which is fine, but there was that, like, immediate longing for her and sensing that she fit their relationship immediately. So that was a little bit rushed. And then I really didn't enjoy the epilogue, just because, like, it was all well written. This entire thing was really well written and I did enjoy it. But the epilogue fell into that kind of tropey thing that happens with a lot of short romances, where in the epilogue they're married and the woman's pregnant. And like, that was the point of the epilogue, I think, was to say they all married each other and she's pregnant. Cool, you know, it's cute, but that's kind of always the way with stories like this. I'm like, why does it always have to end with marriage and pregnancy? But I did enjoy it. Despite what I'm saying, I enjoyed it. But I did that, and I think I'm definitely not in the mood for another romance. But that's kind of all I've got from KU. So, what else do I have? Do I want to start the coven? I kind of do just want to read the coven. But I don't know how much more I'm going to get read tonight because I have to go to my niece's dance performance. But yeah, so I don't think I'll get to read much tonight, considering I have to leave in a little over an hour and I still need to eat dinner and get dressed. I wasn't really going to do any updates like mid-book because all the books are so short for this KU vlog, but I read the first chapter of The Cavern and it's... Hello. It's told in, what is it, second person? Yeah, okay, so I think it's third person, because it's like, Jim went over to his wife, Beth, and he then did this, and Beth was doing this, but Jim didn't want to do that, you know? So it's that kind of thing, which took a little bit to get used to. Like, I used to read so much fan fiction, oh my gosh, I spent like 3 years of my life obsessed with reading fan fiction, like, wow. And it was always third person. And so I got really used to that and I enjoyed that. And then when I started reading novels, I was like, oh, I don't think I like this like first person stuff. And now I've gotten so used to first person that going back to third person, I'm like, wow. So really we've just got Jim and Beth, who are this married couple. They have gone down into the cave, they've found a water source, and they're like, you know, this is awesome. Beth thinks that she sees a child in the water, so she goes to try and save it. Turns out it's not a kid. And the thing I didn't super enjoy about this is that we already know what the creature is. If you're gonna have a horror like this, and it's so short, keep the suspense by not showing me what the creature looks like. Like, do like a fade to black, or just like, oh, Jim was so horrified at what was happening to his wife that he couldn't tell what the creature was doing. I mean, like, what the creature was doing, it was disgusting. So, like, that was good. But I'm also like, you know, you've shown me the creature in the first chapter. And I don't know how I feel about that. It's like, I'm on two sides. Like, I don't want to know about the creature in the first chapter, but also what the creature was doing was gross. So, like, there was a thing with a tongue and a thing with an eyeball, and I was like, So, like, I'm unsure what I'm thinking about this. We shall see. But yeah, I'm not sure how I'm feeling about this. I might have hyped it up a little bit too much in my mind. It's been a few days. I've honestly been not feeling good. I guess, like, attempting to be transparent with everyone. Depression sucks. And it hits out of nowhere and kind of just crushes you. So I'm not feeling super great, but I've read a bunch. I thought I should give you an update because I wanted to finish this vlog either today or tomorrow. I think I'm going to try and fit in one more book and then I'll call it complete. But I have read 3 books since I last updated you. So I finished The Cavern by Alistair Hodge. I'm giving it like 4 stars. It was really good, and especially like once I like remembered how to read third person, like it got better. It was actually really good considering what I said when I first started reading it, where I didn't want to know what the creature looked like from the first chapter. It didn't lessen the creep factor of the creature, so I gotta give it that. It was really good. It was cool how you got to see the creature coming to get a lot of victims and interacting with some people, and it like the creature was kind of cool. I really liked it. It is reminiscent of the cover of the books because the cover has those like long spindly things. So this creature has like long black claws, and it can also camouflage itself, so it like tries to look like some humans to like lure people in, which is really cool. And like towards the end we even got a bit of a chapter from the creature, which is so cool, and like getting into the creature's head like that was really awesome. I thought certain people were gonna survive and they didn't, but like our main character survives because, you know, it's our main character. But I did like that they survived, and someone else that I thought would survive didn't, and then someone I didn't think would survive because they didn't seem like they were a huge deal, they survived, and I was like, huh, interesting. I love how we got like an old barman. He comes in and he's got like an arsenal with him, and he's like, right, where's the creature? I'll take care of it. And I really loved his involvement in this story. I thought it was really good. I feel like the cover is a little misleading because the cover seems to be like they're doing a lot of diving, and like there is definitely some diving moments. There is some creepy stuff that happens when they're diving, but a lot of it happens outside the water. It happens when they're in the cave system, but just not in the underwater parts. So I kept wanting more water scenes, but we did get some, and it was cool. I will say there is a definite alien influence on this, because there was a certain scene where there were like these big pod things, and the way it described them opening was very much like how the alien egg, are they the eggs? I guess they're the eggs. Like the alien egg things open, how they just go, ooh. If you've seen Alien, you'll know. The Cavern was really, really good. I loved that it was Australian. I appreciated like the little just like Australian tidbits in it. I did really enjoy it. It did have some creep factors. It was entertaining. It was really easy to read. It was well written. I thought the creature was really interesting. I've seen some reviews where they're like, oh, this doesn't do anything new for the creature feature genre. And I was like, yeah, but this creature is cool. And I like the kind of almost like folklore that has come from the creature, like in this small town. I thought that was super interesting, and like getting to see from the creature's point of view, that was super cool. I really enjoyed it. I'm really glad that I read it. Okay, next up, I read Camilla Devereaux Double Trouble by Calypso Hart, which is the second in the Naughty Divorcee series. So this is just an erotica series, I guess, but it is between a married couple of a male and a female, and then with a female friend. So 2 women, 1 man. Our main character is plus size. She's in her 30s, so like super awesome. And she's exploring like her sexuality, not just with like a man and a woman, but like her sexuality within herself, and, you know, reclaiming her sensual side from a really shitty relationship, it seems. But like the first one I really enjoyed because I didn't expect it to actually be good, and it was really good. And I read this one, and this was really good as well. I I quite enjoyed it. So it's definitely setting up a friends with benefits situation, potential for a polyamorous relationship. Not sure. Sorry, your leg right next to the window, it's gonna be loud. This was just Camilla going over to the couple's house for dinner. They have dinner and then some fun times. This series so far has always seemed to focus on the two women together, but then like, you know, bringing in the man as well, obviously. It's all a very like equal triad. And this one, you know, we had some individual scenes with the two women, which was really great, but this time the man was more involved with Camilla, whereas he was more involved with his wife in the first one. It's all very even. You know, they've talked about it before. They are all on the same page with this thing, so it's all like that level of respect makes me really enjoy it even more. And we do get a few moments where Camilla is like, sorry, I think I have Meredith's friends on. Hi Meredith, I'm not talking to you, but like, hi. No. Ew. Ooh, you look so cute. Sorry. Yeah, so we get some points from Camilla where she's like really enjoying the attention from both of these people because it helps her feel sexy in herself. Because she is plus size, she has had those instances where, you know, you want to hide your body away because some people might not find it attractive, but, you know, these two people, they're like, wow, you know, you're stunning, you're gorgeous. And she's just like, yeah, I am. So this relationship is like helping her have more confidence in herself, which is really awesome. I do love just like the play between these three because they're constantly like tempting each other, and it's not like a cat and mouse game, but I don't know, there's just some fun little like snark between them. It's not just like this serious sexual thing. It's like, you know, they are friends, you know, they laugh during sex when appropriate, you know. I don't know, it's just, they're really sweet and I really like it, and sex scenes were really well written. Like, they weren't gross at all. It's none of the really cringy, dirty talk or different words for particular body parts, you know? It was really good. I enjoy it. I'm going to keep reading this series, and I'm glad that I now can because I have KU. Okay, so the next thing I read was very, very short. I think on Goodreads it says 11 pages. But I read this because I just watched Sasha's vlog this morning, and she had read this short erotic novella, and I was like, oh yeah, sure, I'll read it too. Because, you know, like, that's the main reason people go for Kindle Unlimited, isn't it? Like, you're there for the steamy stuff. But so I read Hush Little Baby by Ashley Michelle. They call it an erotic horror. I don't know if I'd call it horror, but it could be horrific for some people. But it is about this woman who has kind of set up this fantasy with her boyfriend where it's a home invasion fantasy. She set it up, she thinks it's happening that night, and then, you know, there's a masked figure that, you know, comes to her house, and she thinks it's her boyfriend. She plays along, there's an oral sex scene, and then, like, he leaves. And then she gets a text from her boyfriend about, like, oh, you know, sorry, can't do this tonight. So, you know, the horror is in the fact that it wasn't her boyfriend. I thought it was good. Like, it was really short, but, like, I thought it was really good. There's so really not much I can say about an 11-page novella, but it was good, it was entertaining, it wasn't cringy, which is awesome. I thought it was really interesting at the beginning, in the acknowledgements, the author was thanking the movie Hush, which I love the movie Hush, it's a good movie, it's about an author who lives in like the woods and she's deaf, and there is a like masked killer that has just killed like her neighbors, and he's kind of like stalking her, you know, just her not being able to hear him. And then you get like the aspects and some of the things that she does, and super cool. I really enjoy it. So the author was like thanking Hush, and I was like, huh, cool. And then it also thanked something else, and I was like, oh, what's that? And they thanked a porn video. I was like, I've never seen that before, but kudos for like putting that in your acknowledgements. Like, I thought that was pretty funny. The last book I want to finish reading before I end this vlog is To Tame a Wicked Widow by Nicola Davidson, which is the second in the Surrey Sexual Freedom series. I've just read the prologue. This one's following Lady Upcourt. She's the Wicked Widow, as some people call her, because her husband died, and then after the year of mourning, she was like, oh, thank God, I can go have sex with whoever I want now. And so she did. She went around, had a lot of sex, you know, was living her best life, but now she wants like a relationship with good sex. And there is some pressure from her family as well as her ex-husband's family to like remarry. And I think she is going to meet up with her ex-husband's cousin, maybe? He's related to the family in some way. So they're gonna meet and fall in love. Yeah, so that'll probably be the last one I read. But like, I'm really impressed with my reading today. Well, in the past like 2 days, you know. I finished 3 things and they were all like four-ish stars. So that was really cool. And then I've also just been downloading a bunch of stuff onto my KU. It's fun. It's really fun. Just like to have access to some of these books. But I'm having a really good time reading ebooks. They're super fun. I'm enjoying it. What I need to do is I put these pop sockets a bit too far apart. This bottom one is perfect. I think I need to somehow move this top one down ever so slightly, and then it'll be perfect. And then I have to figure out if I want to put some sticker type things all on the back and make it pretty. We shall see. I finished the To Tame a Wicked Widow, and let me tell you, I kind of loved that. It was really good. Like, it's very, very short, so you don't get much like character development stuff, but it was really good. We have our hero is a bit of a history buff. He really enjoys like ancient Egypt stuff, and he is really interested in sexual practices and rituals, which like super cool. But he is a virgin. He has a lot of like money troubles left over from his father. He's like, wow, this woman is attractive. He lets slip that he's a virgin, and she was like, well, I can teach you all the things you need to know, because she is very attracted to him as well. And so they have a night of pleasure, but then it turns into a whole week of them bedding each other and having a good time. And it was really sweet. I really enjoyed this couple. They were really well suited for each other. Yeah, our main characters had this really good chemistry between them. It was really awesome. This also has a bit of the dominant and submissive roles in this. There's nothing too heavy in the BDSM scene. There's some spanking, lots of like explicit talk, they called it. It wasn't dirty talk, it was explicit talk. Just the general vibe of him being dominant and her being submissive, which was really interesting to see, because I don't know, for some reason I just didn't expect that, and I was like, oh, okay. But it was really, really good. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really great. I love this couple. I do kind of wish like that these were longer, because I enjoy them so much. It was really good. So you got a 4-star. Oh, I fixed up the pop sockets a bit. I moved the top one down a bit. Anyways, I did put a sticker on my Kindle. I was gonna like decorate the whole thing, but I decided I really didn't want to do that. I like the simple look better. So I have this sticker that used to be on my laptop. Because my laptop mainly just sits at my desk now, I don't take it out with me. The sticker was like, I would never see it. So when it's on here, it can be seen more. And it's from -18, but it is, yeah, so it says human with many pride flags. So love that. But yeah, that's all I'm doing. I was gonna put a bit more flags and wolves around, but we'll just leave it as that, and it's fine. I am super happy that I have Kindle Unlimited now. I cannot wait to just read more, and I keep downloading things. As soon as I finished one thing, I return it and I get something else, and I'm just like, I'm so hyped to read all these things that Kindle Unlimited has to offer. So if you don't have Kindle Unlimited and you are able to get the subscription, I would recommend it, because it's a good time, and you can really find some like hidden gems in Kindle Unlimited. Yeah, so this will be the end of the vlog, because I only wanted this to be a week. It's been about a week. I'm feeling a little better than I had been the past few days, so I'm a little bit more like peppy in this update than I was in my last one. But you know, this is life. This is also probably why I don't vlog, because I'm like, I have these days. You know, I have depression, I have autism, they kind of clash sometimes, and I just can't. I never know when those days are gonna happen, so I just don't vlog. But I have enjoyed vlogging this. It's been really fun, and I'm gonna try and be like a little braver with vlogging. By that I mean sharing things sometimes. Really sometimes. I'm still a pretty private person, but like if I'm having a bad day, I might let you know. But I've had a lot of fun with this vlog. It's been awesome. That will be it for this vlog. So I read, what, 4 or 5 books? So I read 6 things. That's pretty good. Let's go with the official ratings now that I've put everything through Corpile. Okay, so I read A Very Henry Christmas by N.R. Walker, and I gave that 3 stars. Then I read The Witch's Wolves by Ellie McGregor, and that also got a 3 star. But I also think that maybe on a reread it could be higher. I think I just went into it with way too high of expectations. Then I read The Cavern by Alistair Hodge, and that got a 4 star. Then I read Camilla Devereaux's Double Trouble by Calypso Hart, and that also got a 4 star. Then I read Hush Little Baby by Ashley Michelle, and that got a 3 star. And then lastly I read To Tame a Wicked Widow, written by Nicola Davidson, and that got a 4 star. It was awesome. I would say I had a pretty good reading week. I got plenty of 4 stars. In all honesty, 3 stars are still really good. I found a new author that I really want to read more of, like Alistair Hodge. I want to read more of. And that is it for this vlog. So if you have any KU recommendations, please let me know down below, because I'm kind of hooked. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.